isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on...
They really don't like this woman. Karoline Leavitt is a sharp, effective communicator, and that seems to be a problem for The View's panel. Joy Behar didn't hold back, offering her own analysis on why Leavitt was chosen for the role, but her remarks have now plunged the show into a legal storm with potentially serious consequences. The View has always thrived on controversy, but this time, they may have gone too far. The backlash over their comments about the youngest White House press secretary in history has ignited a media frenzy and a high-stakes lawsuit. With public outrage at a boiling point and legal battles looming, many are questioning whether The View has finally crossed the line. During a heated debate over Leavitt's first White House press conference, Behar, known for her sharp and often combative remarks, made a comment that many are now calling outright defamatory.
Stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever.
Joy Behar didn't hold back when she suggested that Karoline Leavitt only landed her high-profile White House role because, in Donald Trump's eyes, she's a 10. The backlash was instant and brutal. Reducing Leavitt's qualifications to her looks didn't sit well with many, and social media erupted with criticism. Viewers called out The View's blatant hypocrisy. How could a show that constantly preaches women's empowerment turn around and undermine a woman who made history in politics? Conservative commentators, media analysts, and even some liberal voices slammed Behar's remark as insulting and degrading. Many saw it as proof that The View only supports women when they fit a certain political mold. But Behar wasn't the only one stirring the pot. Whoopi Goldberg also took a shot at Leavitt, mocking her stance on wokeness. Goldberg's jab, "You wouldn't even have the job without the very wokeness you denounce," only added fuel to the fire. Some defended Goldberg, arguing that progressive movements helped women like Leavitt rise. But others saw it as an attempt to discredit Leavitt's hard work, implying she owed her success to political trends rather than merit. As controversy mounted, The View found itself in an increasingly precarious position. Legal challenges piled up, the audience was sharply divided, and a massive lawsuit loomed over the show. Then came the bombshell. Leavitt hit back with a defamation lawsuit against Behar and Goldberg, claiming their remarks had damaged her professional reputation. The case, reportedly worth millions, sent shockwaves through the media world. Was this the scandal that would finally bring The View down? With public outrage intensifying, the show's future had never seemed more uncertain. Desperate to control the damage, Goldberg and Behar eventually took to the airwaves with a tearful on-air apology. But was it too little, too late?
Wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
Joy Behar's voice wavered as she said, "We deeply regret our remarks and any harm they may have caused." Whoopi Goldberg, looking visibly emotional, nodded in agreement. But if they thought this apology would put out the fire, they were sorely mistaken. The backlash was swift and relentless. Social media exploded with skepticism, with many accusing the hosts of apologizing only to dodge legal trouble. One viral comment summed up the mood: "They're not sorry for what they said, they're just sorry they got sued." Many believe that without the lawsuit hanging over their heads, Behar and Goldberg would have doubled down instead of backpedaling. Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt, just 27 years old, was only gaining momentum. Her poised, confident White House briefing had already made waves, but her fiery exchange on The View turned her into a political lightning rod. The controversy only propelled her further into the media spotlight. The View in crisis. As the drama escalated, rumors swirled about The View's possible cancellation. Insiders claimed that the financial strain of the lawsuit and the mounting public backlash had severely tarnished the show's reputation. Behind the scenes, tensions were at an all-time high. Executives were scrambling to contain the damage, and some even speculated that Behar might be ousted in a last-ditch effort to save the show. Sources close to Leavitt revealed that she was deeply hurt by Behar's comments and had no intention of backing down. In fact, insiders claimed she was considering further legal action, signaling that this fight was far from over. Behind the scenes, chaos and finger-pointing. While Leavitt's star continued to rise, Behar was reportedly furious about the backlash. Rather than taking responsibility, she allegedly blamed everyone but herself. She saw the controversy as overblown and politically motivated, rather than acknowledging the impact of her own words. This stubborn refusal to backtrack only deepened the fractures on set. Insiders quietly revealed that the once solid dynamic between the hosts had completely unraveled, resentment and finger-pointing had taken over. The chaos off-camera was becoming just as dramatic as the scandal itself, leaving many wondering if The View had finally hit its breaking point. The turning point. As the lawsuit dragged on, pressure on the show intensified. Network executives were desperately trying to salvage The View's crumbling reputation. But with the controversy refusing to fade, questions about the show's future grew louder than ever. Could The View survive this scandal, or was this the moment that sealed its fate? While The View scrambled to recover, Leavitt was playing the long game. Sources revealed that behind the scenes, she was working closely with legal and media strategists, ensuring her side of the story wasn't just heard, but fully understood. Leavitt wasn't just defending herself, she was building something bigger. Rumors swirled that she might launch her own media initiative, possibly a podcast or digital platform focused on the challenges young professionals face in politics. One insider remarked, "She's not just fighting back, she's turning this into a brand." If the speculation proves true, this scandal might not just be a controversy for Leavitt, it could be the launchpad for a bold new chapter in her career. Meanwhile, Behar's inner circle had reportedly advised her to stay quiet and let the controversy die down. But Behar, known for her blunt, unapologetic nature, wasn't having it. Sources claimed she believed Leavitt was using the situation to boost her own profile, painting Behar as the villain. The frustration was boiling over. With tensions at an all-time high and the lawsuit looming, The View was on the verge of collapse. The only question left, would it survive the storm, or was this the beginning of the end?
Do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
Really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked for the role.
The popular daytime talk show is now facing a legal storm that could have serious consequences for its future. This time, The View has found itself in deep trouble after remarks about Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary in history, sparked a media frenzy and set off a high-stakes lawsuit. Famous for its unfiltered debates and outspoken panel, the show has always thrived on controversy, but this backlash is unlike anything they've seen before. With legal battles on the horizon and public outrage at a boiling point, many are now wondering if The View has finally crossed the line. In the midst of a heated debate over Leavitt's debut White House press conference, Joy Behar, known for her sharp and often combative remarks, made a comment many are now calling outright sexist.
I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever.
She suggested that Leavitt likely got the high-profile position because, in Donald Trump's eyes, she's a 10. The fallout from her comment was swift and intense, as it reduced Leavitt's